Good afternoon, everyone. All students, welcome to the class on PhD coursework. Today, I am going to explain about regression analysis. It is very important concept for PhD courses. The basic concepts. I will first of all I'll introduce myself. I am Dr. Sanjay Kumar Das, Assistant Professor, PG Department of Economics, Purnia University, Purnia. My main focus is to explain about the concept of regression, which is very useful for doing research. Regression is basically concept of econometrics. What is the importance of regression? That is very important concept. First of all, I would like to explain objectives of econometrics. First objective is to show how various quantitative techniques can be used to fit models given suitable data. Second point is to develop an understanding of the statistical properties of research work. Now, what are the foundations of econometrics? First of all, we should know descriptive statistics. Descriptive statistics will talk about measures of central tendency and measures of dispersal. So if we have data, according to the analysis, we can do descriptive statistics, and through descriptive statistics, we can get the mean, median, mode, etc. of the data. Probability is again important concepts of econometrics. Third one is random variables, probability distributions, expectations, sampling, estimation, statistical inference, analysis of variance. These are the technical terms which is necessary to understand econometrics. If we talk about regression, first of all, we should understand all students, all research scholars should understand the difference between population and sample. It is important to know about the difference between a population and a sample. Population is the entire group of items that interest us. It may include individuals, firms, and countries. Population consider all data points, whereas sample is a part of the population that we have actually observed. For example, if we talk about population of India, if we talk about population of Bihar, if we talk about population of Purnia district, then that means we have to consider entire population. But if we take, let's say, 500 samples of Bihar, then that is called sample of the Bihar population. In the same way, if we take 50 data points of Purnia district, then that is called sample of Purnia district. It means sample is the subset of population. So if we do analysis, there are two methods. One is census method, second is sampling method. In census method, we consider all population, whereas in the case of sampling, we consider subset of population, and by collecting that sample, after collecting that sample, we do analysis, and we are trying to prove that that analysis is valid for entire population. So in that way, both methodology are different. Now, what is the meaning of regression? That is very interesting term, regression. First of all, you should know regression means to regress or return back. The term regression was firstly introduced by Sir Francis Galton in 1877. According to Galton, it is very interesting research paper given by Francis Galton in 1877. The name is Regression Towards Mediocrity in Hereditary Stature. According to Galton, the relationship between the heights of fathers and sons, that tall fathers were likely to have tall sons and short fathers were likely to have short sons. However, in the case of average heights may differ. It means average heights of sons may be lesser than average height of tall fathers, and average height of short father's sons may be greater than the average height of short fathers. So these are the on that basis, first of all, Galton has introduced the concept of regression. In the recent scenario, regression can be used for different type of analysis. We can see the relationship between monsoon rainfall and agriculture production. In that way we can do analysis. So there are two important concepts to understand the regression. Those two concepts are the types of variables. So in simple regression, there are two variables. First is dependent variable, second is independent variable. Basically, simple regression is a linear relationship between two variables. Basically, if we are willing to hypothesize one variable is determined by other variables, in that case, simple regression is used. Two technical terms I am going to explain. Dependent variable is, in statistics, it is called explained variable. Independent variable is called explanatory variable. In the case of regression, we see the relationship between dependent variable and independent variable. Now see the regression line. So regression line is the relation. If you can see this diagram, on a horizontal axis, independent variable has taken, that is x. On vertical axis, dependent variable y has taken, and the straight line is the regression line which fitted the relationship between x and y. So how do we fit the regression? That can be explained with the help of this diagram. Now, one important concept, first of all, we should know what is the difference between correlation and regression. See, if there are two variables and both variables are related, in that case we can say there is some correlation. One concept is correlation, second concept is regression, but both are different. Don't be confused with these two concepts. Correlation, basically correlation can be measured with the help of correlation coefficient. Correlation coefficient is a measure of degree of convertibility between two variables, while the regression establishes a functional relationship between dependent and independent variables, so that the former can be predicted for a given value of later. Correlation only ascertains the direction and degree of relationship between two variables, but it does not specify as the cause and effect. हमारे कहने का तात्पर्य यह है कि कोरिलेशन दो वेरिएबल के बीच का रिलेशनशिप बताता है, जबकि रिग्रेशन एक फंक्शनल फलन वाला संबंध बताता है. In the case of regression, one variable can be predicted with the help of other variables. It means dependent variable can be predicted with the help of independent variables, and independent variables are called explanatory variables, whereas dependent variables are called dependent variable, and in econometrical term it is called explained variables. Now see this is the basic regression equation. I am going to the basic equation yi is equal to beta 1 plus beta 2 xi plus ui. See, regression can be explained with the help of one simple concept. We all know the consumption is function of income. As income increases, consumption also increases. जैसे जैसे हम लोगों की आय बढ़ती है, हम लोगों की उपभोग की मात्रा बढ़ते जाती है. अर्थात उपभोग और आय दोनों संबंध रखता है एक दूसरे से. सो बेसिकली हम ये कहना चाह रहे हैं यहाँ, आई एम ट्राइंग टू से दैट yi, if yi has taken for one individual I, so consumption expenditure of y, consumption expenditure that termed as yi is equal to beta 1 plus beta 2 xi plus ui, where xi in right hand side, the variable xi is independent variable which is equal to income. So income here, income is on right side, consumption expenditure is on left side. Consumption expenditure is dependent variable and income is independent variable. So the relationship between independent variable and dependent variable can be explained with the help of regression. And there are two terms also, that is coefficients beta 1 and beta 2. Beta 1 is the constant term and beta 2 is slope of that regression model. So and one interesting term is UI. UI is a stochastic error term that accounts for all specification errors and reality. See, in regression analysis, error term is very important. Currently, we are going the unwanted situations, like currently we are facing the lockdown period. So sometime unforeseen events come, which is in regression term, in regression concept, that can be captured through error terms. So what is the disturbance terms? Error term, what is error term? What is disturbance term? We have to understand. Why does disturbance term exist? Let's say we are trying to establish the relation between variable x and y. There is possibility of error term, because as earlier I have shown the straight line graph, that relationship between x and y, that is regression line. So fitting the regression line can be vary from actual values. So the main concepts यहाँ हम ये कहना चाहेंगे, डिस्टर्बेंस टर्म जो है, एरर टर्म, वो क्यों एग्जिस्ट करता है. द फर्स्ट पॉइंट इज ओमिशन ऑफ एक्सप्लेनेटरी वेरिएबल्स. हम दो वेरिएबल के बीच संबंध स्थापित करते हैं, तो हो सकता है एक वेरिएबल पूरे तरीके से उसको एक्सप्लेन ना करे, तो कुछ वेरिएबल्स अगर इंक्लूड करेंगे तो हमारा मॉडल बेहतर हो सकता है. इस वजह से एरर टर्म भी आ सकता है. सो ओमिशन ऑफ एक्सप्लेनेटरी वेरिएबल इज वन इंपॉर्टेंट टर्म इन डिस्टर्बेंस in the case of regression. Second is aggregation of variables. Third is model misspecification. So if we fit the model, there is possibility of misspecification. कभी कभी मॉडल अगर हम फिट करते हैं, कोई चीज का एनालिसिस करते हैं, हो सकता है मॉडल फिट करने में हमारा वेरिएबल्स जो हम चूज कर रहे हैं उसमें मिस्टेक हो जाए. सो इन दैट केस मॉडल मिस स्पेसिफिकेशन सिचुएशन कम्स. फोर्थ इज फंक्शनल मिस स्पेसिफिकेशन. फंक्शनल रिलेशनशिप भी रॉन्ग हो सकता है. और चौथा है मेजरमेंट एरर. मेजरमेंट हम जो करते हैं एक्स और वाई और बहुत सारे वेरिएबल्स का, डेटा पॉइंट्स का, तो उसमें भी एरर आ सकता है. तो इन सारे एरर के कारण डिस्टर्बेंस टर्म रिग्रेशन लाइन में उपस्थित होता है. नाउ रिग्रेशन लाइन को मैं फिर से एक्सप्लेन करना चाहूंगा इस एग्जाम्पल के थ्रू. आपका जो कंजम्पशन और इनकम है, कंजम्पशन और इनकम है, इससे ये बेसिक इक्वेशन है. ऑल स्कॉलर्स, ऑल स्टूडेंट्स के लिए ये जरूरी है जानना कि देखिए, मैंने अभी आपको इंट्रोड्यूस किया रिग्रेशन कॉन्सेप्ट, जो हैज ऑलरेडी आई हैव ऑलरेडी एक्सप्लेन इट. इट वाज given by the statistician Gordon in 1877. He said that average heights, इसका basically he is trying to explain the tendency of the human race to regress or return to a normal height. According to him, generally we assume that if fathers height, if fathers are tall, sons probably be tall. If fathers are short, sons probably be short. But average height may differ. It means that average height of tall sons may be different, may be lesser than the average height of tall fathers. Similarly, average height of short father's son may be higher than the average height of short fathers. So फादर और सन के हाइट का रिलेशनशिप के द्वारा उन्होंने रिग्रेशन के कॉन्सेप्ट को समझाया। उनका पेपर 1877 में जो पब्लिश हुआ, उस पेपर का नाम है रिग्रेशन टुवर्ड्स मीडियोक्रिटी इन हेरिडिटरी स्टैच्यूर। सो उस पेपर के द्वारा उन्होंने इस रिलेशनशिप को एस्टेब्लिश करने की कोशिश की। बट हमारा ये जो रिग्रेशन का कॉन्सेप्ट आया, उसको हम अपने फर्दर रिसर्च में कैसे यूज कर सकते हैं, ये जानना जरूरी है। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, नाउ सेकंड एग्जांपल आई एम गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन व्हिच आई हैव मेंशन हियर। अगर कंजम्पशन को हम इनकम से जोड़ें, if we try to establish the relationship between income and consumption, then as income increases, consumption may increase. One important point is also beta 1. Beta 1 is here coefficient. Beta 1 is constant term. It means that even though your income is zero, you have to survive. You have to survive. For surviving, you need some money. Let's say for surviving, you per day you need 100 rupees. So at least 100 rupees. If a consumer has zero income, still he has to have 100 rupees in his pocket for surviving. Otherwise he has to borrow for someone. उसे किसी से लेना पड़ेगा। तो कहने का अर्थ यह है कि when xi, this equation when we put xi is equal to 0, the value of yi is equal to beta 1. Y is equal to beta 1 plus error term. Error term is always there because why this error term का यहाँ मेन कॉन्सेप्ट ये एरर इसलिए आया है कि अगर हम इनकम के आधार पे कंजम्पशन को प्रिडिक्ट करना चाहे, इफ वी वांट टू एस्टिमेट द वैल्यू ऑफ इनकम ऑन द बेसिस वैल्यू ऑफ कंजम्पशन एक्सपेंडिचर ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ इनकम, इन दैट केस some error term comes. Like if you see this graph, see the graph. In this graph, this is fitted line. The line, equation of line, that is fitted line, वो जो straight line आप देख रहे हैं वो regression line है। लेकिन हो सकता है actual data different point पे हो, x का वैल्यू यहाँ हो, y का वैल्यू वहाँ हो, तो अलग there can be different possibility. So now to fitting the regression line, because it is linear line, the relationship is linear. मैथ में आप linear equation पढ़ते हैं, so the same concept is here. Y is equal to a plus bx. So a is constant term, b is the slope of the line. So in detail mathematically in later on we will discuss the derivation of constant term and slope. But here I am trying to establish the basic relationship between dependent and independent variable. Here yi is equal to beta 1 plus beta 2 xi plus ui. In this equation, yi is consumption expenditure. So what is the relationship between consumption expenditure and income can be explained through the regression model. Similarly, like let's say someone wants to do research in agriculture. So agriculture के case में we can take the monsoon rainfall मतलब मानसून के समय में जो बारिश होती है उसका हम मेजरमेंट करते हैं. If rainfall is normal, probably the production may be normal. But if rainfall is deficient, production may be lesser or may varies. So यहाँ पे इसी इक्वेशन में अगर हम एक तरफ रेनफॉल के वैल्यू को ले लें और दूसरी तरफ प्रोडक्शन, एग्रीकल्चर प्रोडक्शन को लें, उस तरह से हम रेनफॉल और एग्रीकल्चर के रिलेशनशिप को दर्शा सकते हैं. But this is linear regression model. Sometimes we use multiple regression model. In the case, what is the difference between linear regression model and multiple regression model is, in the case of multiple regression, explanatory variables. If we increase explanatory variables, let's say the value of independent variables are, let's say, x1, x2, x3. There are 3 or 4 variables. In that case, the equation may change. The relationship between yi and xi will be different, and in that case we will say that is multiple regression. Now I am going to proceed further about hypothesis testing. सर्वप्रथम आप लोगों को कोई भी अगर हम रिसर्च करते हैं तो हमें हाइपोथेसिस बनाना जरूरी होता है. Hypothesis testing is very important in social science, and even in literature also. Sometime hypothesis is important concept. आप कोई भी चीज hypothesize करते हैं, आप अपने रिसर्च को प्रूव करना चाहते हैं कि मेरा जो ये रिसर्च है, ये जो वेरिएबल का इन दोनों का रिलेशन इस तरह से है, उसको हम हाइपोथेसिस टेस्टिंग के द्वारा चेक करते हैं कि हमारी जो एजम्स हमने जो हाइपोथेसिस लिया है, नल हाइपोथेसिस और अल्टरनेटिव हाइपोथेसिस के द्वारा हम अपने रिसर्च को प्रूफ करते हैं कि हमारा रिसर्च हाइपोथेसिस के अनुसार सही. और हाइपोथेसिस टेस्टिंग भी एक इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट है रिसर्च मेथोडोलॉजी में. और टेस्टिंग ऑफ हाइपोथेसिस जनरली हमने आपको अभी फर्स्ट इनिशियली स्लाइड में बताया कि पॉपुलेशन और सैंपल दोनों में डिफरेंस है. सैंपल इज सबसेट ऑफ पॉपुलेशन. तो जब हमारा सैंपल इफ नंबर्स आर मोर देन 30 तो हम उसे लार्ज सैंपल बोलते हैं, एंड इफ इट इज बिलो 30 देन इट इज कॉल्ड. सो टेस्टिंग ऑफ हाइपोथेसिस there are different type of test, Z test, T test, chi-square test, F distribution. ठीक है. और टेस्टिंग ऑफ हाइपोथेसिस में कंपोनेंट्स ऑफ टाइम, सीरीज डेटा, डिटर्मिनेशन, सेक्युलर ट्रेंड बाय मूविंग एवरेज, ऑर्डिनरी लीस्ट स्क्वायर मेथड, ये सारे चीज यूज किया जाता है. और फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल एक बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट है डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन का. सी टू डू रिग्रेशन एनालिसिस you should have basic foundations of statistics, some statistical terms, some concepts of statistics like probability, normal distribution. These concepts are necessary to understand regression. For all scholars, I would like to say that for going ahead to do research, you have to establish some quantitative relationship. So for that purpose, we use regression analysis. And normal distribution is basically if data is normal. If mean is equal to 0, variance is equal to 1, in that case we say our distribution data set is normal. This distribution was proposed by Frederick Gauss, and it is called Gaussian distribution. The normal distribution and those derived from it are the most widely used distribution in statistics and econometrics. Assuming the random variables defined over populations are normally distributed, simplified probability calculations, and some statistical inference in econometrics is mostly rely on the normal and related distributions. A normal random variable is continuous random variable that can take on any value. Its probability density function has the familiar bell-shaped graph. So this is the basic concepts of regression, and in 1 minute, in 2 minutes, I am trying to summarize. Regression is basically important concept to establish the relationship between two variables, and if researchers want to hypothesize the relationship between two variables, it means one variable is dependent on another variable, then that establishment, then the estimation of the relationship between regressors and regression can be explained with the help of simple linear regression. Simple linear regression, in the case of simple linear regression, we take only one variable. But if we take more explanatory variables, then that case can be counted as multiple regression model. So that is the basic concept. So if researcher wants to establish the relationship between two variables, one dependent, one independent, then they can use simple regression model. As I have explained two important examples. First, I have explained the relationship between income and consumption expenditure. Second, I have explained the relationship between agriculture production and rainfall, monsoon rainfall. So in that way, we can connect the relationship. We can establish relationship with the help of regression. Lastly, I would like to say that regression is estimation method. In estimation, we estimate beta 1 and beta 2, and after estimation, the symbol can be renamed as beta 1 hat and beta 2 hat. And beta 1 is the constant term, and beta 2 is slope. So if we estimate beta 2, and the value beta 2 hat is estimated coefficient. So in that way, I'm trying to say that if we see the relationship between dependent and independent variable, that can be explained through simple regression model. Regression के सहायता से हम दो वेरिएबल्स का रिलेशनशिप को एस्टेब्लिश कर सकते हैं, उससे हम बहुत कुछ प्रूफ कर सकते हैं, और ये बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट मेथड है जो कि आपको आगे रिसर्च में बहुत आगे सहायक होगा. So in that way, I'm concluding my lecture, and thanks to be with us, and thank you Pune University and all students, all scholars. I hope probably in next lecture I will explain further, and we will study the next concept of regression and research methodology. तो हम लोग यहाँ आज के सेशन को क्लोज करते सेशन, और हम लोग उसमें और आगे